I recently went to the doctor for my yearly physical, and the doctor told me that I have, amongst other things, high triglycerides. I know that the results of the blood work will get better with my diet as opposed to exercising more, but I find it easier to eat healthy when I have an incentive to do so. So in this case, the actual workouts are the incentive. If I don't fuel myself in a healthy way, I won't then be able to do the workouts. Frankly, I've ignored my physical health for a really long time. I was never consistently in the gym. I was always kind of in and out. And same thing with my health. I would have periods of binging, periods of being good about my health, but then something would get in the way. Some life event would happen and I would completely lose track of actually trying to be healthy. This time I'll lean on the people who can keep me accountable and can provide guidance. In this case, his name is John. He's a family friend, but more importantly, he's a personal trainer here in New York and has competed in several bodybuilding and powerlifting competitions. So John has agreed to make a workout plan that I can do at home. So with that said, I'm gonna go meet him at our local gym, Barbell Fitness. He can kind of walk me and you through the workout that he has planned.
All right, so first thing on the list that we had today was burpees. So burpees, in order to like really make the most of it, once you get into push-up position, one, make sure your hips are well aligned. Make sure you're not like doing too much of a dip, and make sure your back is not too hyperextended. From there, you want to get into a jump and then squat. So this is mostly like a full body type of movement, and it's going to be like the most bang for your buck if you can only do certain movements at the comfort of your own home. All right, and next on the list we have lunges. So lunges, I believe, are a staple in anybody's like leg movement day. So you want to start off right here. Now, the number one most important thing is that back leg. I see a lot of people having issues because that back leg, it'll be toes are not pointed forward 12 o'clock. You want your toes to be pointed 12 o'clock in order to allow for the most stability when you're coming down. And then when you're coming down, you want to keep your torso relatively upright. You can have it a little more forward. But regardless, once you're coming down, have your knees a couple centimeters off the ground. Usually you want to do like 10 to 15 of these side to side. And once you get a little more advanced, then you can have kettlebells, hold on to them, so you can add a little more load to whichever side you're doing. And lastly, we have bicep curls. So bicep curls, this is more of a specific movement for anybody, like if somebody wants to tone up their arms and whatnot. So specifically today, we had Alexis demonstrate bicep curls. He wants to get his arms nice and toned up. So we decided to go with bicep curls because one, he has access to like 15-pound kettlebells. And honestly, 15 to 20 pounds is more than enough for anybody that wants to do bicep curls, right? So what you want to do is always make sure that your elbows are pretty close to your torso. You don't want to flare them out or anything like that. Have them here. Everything from your elbow to your shoulders, this whole space right here, also referred to as your humerus, you want to keep it stable. You don't want to move it or anything like that. You don't want to use momentum to this. It's only 15 pounds. No need to use momentum. If you get a solid 15 reps with nice control, nice pause at the top, your biceps are going to be sore by the end of it. So make the most of whatever equipment you have at your disposal. All right, so a couple of healthy alternatives to certain foods, certain unhealthy foods that I like to indulge in, such as pancakes, for example. Protein pancakes. Kodiak is a nice brand that you can find at your local supermarket. They have my favorite dark chocolate Kodiak cakes. So they have like these little like small chocolate chips within them, and like if you like their serving size and like their macros are very good like that. You get plenty of protein in that. If you get like a little bit of sugar-free syrup and whatnot, or add fruit on top of that, it's always really good. I typically have that in the morning alongside some eggs on the side. So get your protein, you get your carbs in. Very healthy alternative to like regular pancakes.
Exercising is the fun stuff, where you can hype yourself up with the Dragon Ball Z edit, but that's only half the equation. So like I mentioned before, the other half, the more important half, is my diet. The following meals are just kind of some meals that I got from a nutritionist, as well as some things that I found that make eating healthier, more sustainable over time. These are just meals that I enjoy and that I want to share with you. And if you've been waiting for a reason to start or to have someone hold you accountable, I'm willing to oblige. Drop a comment if you're starting your own thing. Anyway, please enjoy these recipes. My doctor asked me to come back in 6 months to redo my blood work. During these 6 months, I'll be doing my best to follow the workout and to improve my diet. Also be figuring out how to incorporate different kinds of dishes into my diet, because I definitely just can't eat these 4 things for 6 months. I'm turning 30 this year, and if I don't improve those things, I'll basically be starting off this decade just on the wrong foot. Bad foot? Wrong foot. Just bad, I guess. I'm planning on having kids soon, and I want to be in good physical health so that I'm able to chase them around when they're kids and, be there for a really long time in their lives. If you're starting your own healthy habits, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from people. So like I said, I'll make a follow-up video in about 6 months. So until then, stay healthy and have a good one.